Right, so the next thing that we're going to look at in section 2.3 is we are going to look at our union. So the union of sets A and B symbolized A normal U, so this is why we use the upside down U for the other one. A, U, B is a set containing all of the elements that are members of set A or of set B or of both sets. The word or is usually interpreted to mean union. And we're thinking about or as the inclusive or. So it's in either set A or B or both. So this time if I shade in my Venn diagram, we definitely want to include everything that's in set A. So I'm going to start by shading in set A. All right. And then we also want to make sure we include everything that's in set B. So we're going to shade in everything inside set B. Thinking about regions, remember that the region that was just in set A, the first piece that I shaded in was region 1 using our Roman numerals. This is region 3. That is the part of our Venn diagram that is just in set B. And then our or also includes both. So we're going to shade in this middle region, region 2, as well. Right, so our union means we're either in set A or B or both. Right? And again, our symbol looks like a U. So this is A union B. Right. So in this example, we're going to go through and we're going to talk about some different union examples, just like we did with our complements. So again, our universal set is going to be our natural numbers between 1 and 10. A this time is going to contain the elements 1, 2, 4, and 6. B is going to contain the elements 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9. And C is going to contain the empty set. All right, so I'm going to start, for example, A. So we want anything that's an A or B or both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by listing and then I'm going to kind of take a couple of steps for this one. I'm going to get everything in there. And then as I mentioned, and on some of the problems that you're going to be doing, it's going to be crucial that we get everything in order. So we want to make sure that after we kind of go through and talk through this problem that we get our final answer with all of our elements in order. All right, so we want everything that's in A. So we want 1, 2, 4, and 6. All right, so we have everything that's in A. Now we also want anything that's in B that we haven't used yet. All right, so we've already used 1, so we don't want to repeat it, right? Because 1's already in there. 1 is technically in both sets. But we do want to include 3, right? We've already used 6, so we don't need to repeat 6. But we do want to include 7 and 9. Right, so there is our set A union B. Notice that this 3 is kind of out of order. So I'm going to rewrite our set as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Right, so now in here we have everything that's an element of set A, anything that's an element of set B, and our 2 elements, it looks like 1 and 6, that were in both sets. So we have everything included in this union. Right? Numbers like 10, right, which is in our universal set but didn't show up in either of these, well, we didn't include that in our union. All right, A union C. So we're going to start by listing off everything that's in A, just like we did in the last example. Easiest thing to do, I think, for unions. Right, C, we'll see is the empty set, so there's nothing else to add. So we're just going to have this for our union. Right, so our union is going to be, again, anything that's in A or C or both. Well, we don't have anything in C, so we just need the stuff in A. Then for this one, we are going to find our complement of A union B. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find our complement of A. So we want anything that's not in set A. Right? So 1 and 2 are in set A, so they're not in our complement. But we need 3. 4 is in there, so we skip that. 5, 6 is an A, so we don't need that one. Then we need 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, so our complement, again, is anything that's not in that set. Right, so we need our complement of A union B. All right, so I'm going to start with our complement of A. We're going to list these guys out here. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we want to add anything in B that we haven't already included. So B has a 1, so we want to make sure we put 1 in that union. 3 is already there. B has a 6, so we want to include 6 in our union. 7 and 9 are both already there, so we're just going to add the 1 and 6. So now we have everything that's in our complement of A, B, or both. And then we're just going to put these in numerical order. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then for our final part of our example here, we are going to find the complement of our union, kind of like we did in the last example when we were looking at our intersection. So again, we found our A union B up in part A. So we are going to use the answer to part A. All right, so we want anything that is not in this union, right? So that's what we mean by complement. So 1 through 4 are in there. 5 is not in there, so we want to include 5. 6 and 7 are in there, but 8 is not, and 10 is not. Right? So we're going to have 5, 8, and 10. Right? So again, we found our union first. We used our answer from A, and then we used that to find our complement for this final part of this example.